Most of the time the kid just kind of chilled in the house. He's kind of a weird kid. I mean, people used to ask me questions about him, but he kind of freaked me out. I never thought it'd come down to something like this.
He came to me and told me all of his friends talked about him. He was very angry. He didn't have anyone that he could hang out with. And yet, I always would see him hanging out with his friends at lunch or before school. This kind of stuff was real common in high school. 20 years of counseling, you saw kids coming in saying they were alone and didn't have any friends, and yet they were always having a good time with the friends that they did hang out with.
He was kind of a quiet kid. He never really opened up. He was a closed book. I mean, we lived near each other, so we hung out, but I guess I was his only friend.
Sometimes I feel the only time I'm really happy is when I'm playing my guitar. It just seems at times like my guitar is the only one who will listen. It's not as if I had any friends to talk to. I'm by no means that stereotypical guy who strums a few chords and has all the girls flock to him, and who all the guys want to be like. When other kids my age see me in front of my porch or walk by me in the hallway, they really don't say anything, not even as much as eye contact, unless I catch them giving me a dirty look or something. And the girls are a little different than the guys. Once in a while I'll look up and see one of them actually stopping and listening to me. But as soon as I look up at her, or if one of her friends catches her staring, she'll just walk away, not even acknowledging my existence. Sure, people tell me all the time that I need to go out more and try to be a little bit more social, that I need to put the guitar down once in a while and try to interact with the real world. Well, the real world is fucking overrated. It's supposedly this great, wonderful place with all these friendly people. Well, all those friendly people are quite friendly indeed. That is, if you look and talk the way that they do. It seems conformity is the only way of acceptance these days. The real reason I guess I play is to escape from all the bullshit of everyday life. When I'm sitting here with my guitar, no matter where I am, I feel like an escape to this place where I feel unrestricted, where I feel I can be myself.
You never look like you got picked on. People at my school are pretty nice.
For the most part, people here are kind of nice. People do talk a lot of shit behind people's back here. You hear everything that goes around here. So it's not that bad of a community, not a lot of violence. Wouldn't wonder why anything like this would happen.
People would talk about him behind his back, but, well, I didn't want to defend him because they'd make fun of me too, so usually I just tried to change the subject. I guess I never thought he'd snap like that.
I told him that he has to go out and do things that make him feel happy, make him feel comfortable. He needs to go find friends because life comes at you a mile a minute, and if you're not careful, it's gone.
The only thing I have to look forward to when I wake up is turning on my computer. It's the only way I can talk to people. Online, I won't be judged based on someone else's impression of me because I don't have any fears. I can say whatever I want to say. I can be whatever I want to be. They can have no misconception of who I am. They only know what I want them to know. Only know me for what I say, what I choose to tell them, not what someone else does. Every time I meet someone new online, it's like starting with a blank slate. It's like starting a new life, where it's different and better. That's what makes me happy. The thought of fooling someone into thinking of my life as something it's not. It lets me get away from the real world, because it's hard to talk face to face when you have been put down and made fun of so much that it makes you feel worthless. This way, no one can know who I am or hurt me. This is my only way out.
I mean, the kid was pretty much a loner. He didn't really talk to anybody. I saw him every once in a while out on his porch talking to one of his one friend. He didn't really have too many hobbies, I don't think. He's kind of a loner.
He never got really beat up per se, but people would ignore him, talk stuff about him behind his back, be nice to him at first, talk about him. During school, I heard a lot of rumors about him, but didn't really believe him. So, you know.
You know, this is a well-to-do middle-class income. This kind of stuff doesn't happen here. Nobody ever would have thought something like this would have happened.
I mean, I knew he was a depressed kid, but not really that bad. I mean, everybody goes through problems like this. I just figured I thought he might get some help. I didn't want to tell nobody.
I knew something was wrong. I should have tried to help him more. I guess I ignored my friend. It's my fault he did that.
I was actually a pretty happy kid when I was little. School really changes you though. All of those pricks and bitches there, nice to me one second and then ridiculing me the next. A lot of them would just ignore me, whispering to each other, looking over their shoulders at me. There were days I'd even wish that someone would just come up and hit me. For me, being ignored is just as bad as being beat up, only more lonely, more hopeless. All of them turned their backs on me like I'm nothing. He and his sister turned their back on me so many times. They live across the street from me, but they act as if I live in a different country. They've turned their back on me for the last time though. I went over there today. I went over to the perfect house, looked into their perfect eyes, and then, yet again, saw them turn away as they did so many times before. So I took their perfect lies and shot them in the backs that I have come to be so familiar with. So now, I am finally what I know I have been called so many times before. I'm a loser, and I deserve to be alone. There's never been and never will be anything here for me. This world has turned its back on me for the last time, and it's my turn to turn my back on it. To finally take action and pay back the world for so many years of not reacting. You know, life comes at you a mile a minute. If you're not careful, it's gone.
I never saw it coming.
Nah, I never saw it coming.
I never saw it coming.
I never saw it coming.
I never saw it coming.